Time now to welcome our first guests. One is the star of some of TV's bigger shows, from Game of Thrones to Vigil, and the other's a jazz music legend. It's Rosie Leslie and Jamie Cullum.
Now, this is very exciting, isn't it? Because you're working on this new production together. It's a 100-year-old play set in 1926, and it's called The Constant Wife. Yeah. And it's got an interesting storyline because, Rose, you play Constance, and she is this smart, self-assured woman trying to navigate her husband's affair. But instead of crumbling, she sort of turns her life around. Tell us more about it.
Well, she is a formidable character, that is for sure. And you're absolutely right. She doesn't necessarily take the choice to rant and rave, but actually sits back on herself, realises that with her own emotions, whether or not this is a marriage, whether she feels that she wants to fight for or not. And in many ways, she exemplifies the modern woman simply because it was important to her to carve out a way whereby she could be financially independent. And as you say, for 1926, that is fairly unusual and very courageous of her.
It's very dignified. I'm not sure I would be that dignified. Now, Jamie, you know...
She wouldn't.
Plays, don't traditionally have music. This is a lovely idea to add a score. What was it about this play in particular that you thought, oh, this will work well?
Well, there were two things. First of all, being asked to do anything by the acronym RSC, and you kind of say yes. So really, really exciting for me to get to do that and work with them. I've never done this before. And I read the script and it was so smart and funny and interesting. And I could immediately hear the music that I wanted to write for this play as I was just reading the words, let alone getting to be involved in the rehearsal process. And it's an amazing collaborative experience for me that I've not done before, so it's really exciting.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, well, so not only is Jamie involved, I can imagine, Rose, that reading about Constance, this sort of clever, smart woman who wants to empower herself, would have really excited you, saying, I want this role.
It was very much those elements of her that pulled me in. And I feel like there was also a depth, there was a wisdom to her, which I loved, because she was rooted in an acknowledgement of who she is, understanding that, and also that, I mean, you mentioned it before, but there's such wit, there's such intelligence with many of the characters, but particularly because with Constance being the lead character, she kind of creates this very decadent, marvellous world which all the other characters inhabit.
And we know, Jamie, that you love English literature. I mean, this could be a niche, couldn't it? Scores for famous plays.
Well, I like it. You should come and work on my kind of team to help with my career. I think I got really used to it when I studied English literature and film and drama, so that there is that, you kind of get used to reading a text and figuring out what's happening between the words and what a character might be thinking and feeling. And when I'm writing for my albums or for other people, I do try and inhabit those kind of worlds anyway. If I'm stuck, I try and dream up a character or think about a story or something like that in order to help me with my writing anyway.
And you could play it live.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, there's no end to
really
this,
worked this all out.
I thought it's a great idea.
Now, Rose, Constance, she makes a huge life-changing decision, becoming an interior designer in it to empower herself, like we said. If you could change career and do anything you wanted, what would it be?
See, I have always felt when we as a nation sit down and watch David Attenborough documentaries, I've always wanted to be on the camera crew. I've always wanted to be behind the lens, just so that you can travel the world and you can be amongst the kind of thick of it with these amazing animals, but also kind of witnessing chases and, I don't know, cheetahs being born or something like that. Like, it's amazing.
What a great answer.
Well, I think...
Before we wrap up this interview, we have to ask you about Hacks. Now, this is going to be a new drama based on the phone hacking scandal. It's called The Hack, I think, isn't it? What can you tell us? Because the cast look fantastic.
Yes.
Is there anything you can sort of drip feed at this point?
Do you know what? Other than what it is that we already know and what ITV have already kind of drip-fed to us, is that you're precisely right. It is 7 episodes and it is a drama revolving around the phone hacking scandal with the News of the World. And essentially it's from the perspective of Nick Davies, who's played by David Tennant. And, I mean, it was the most glorious job. It was sensational. But they have been on me to not kind of speak about it too broadly.
Sorry about that.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Should we move on? The Constant Wife is on at the Swan Theatre in Stratford-upon-Avon from the 20th of June.
Time now to welcome two people who are also used to stages, Big Zuu and AJ Tracy, but now they are stepping into the world of big spenders in a new show exploring how the super rich really live and, more importantly, what they eat. Now, before we meet them, let's have a look.
I'm searching for the most expensive dishes on the planet. And joining me is my cousin, AJ Tracy.
You're about to witness greatness.
We're like Ant and Deck. From Wall Street traders
Straight out with the cash, she was ready.
to royalty,
This is calm dining me times 10.
no palate is out of our price range.
We gotta see how these people live and what they eat.
This is a lot of gold.
Now your palate is alive.
Oh, it's alive, bruv.
Life could be worse.
So one is a chef, one's a rapper, and they're also cousins. It's Big Zuu and AJ Tracy.
Listen, basically, to break it down, you two are just travelling around the world, eating expensive luxury food. You go to Seoul, you go to the Scottish Highlands, and you eat the most expensive pizza in New York. And I'm guessing, AJ, it's not a margarita.
It's not a margarita, no. Look, I'll be honest with you, the pizza was very decadent. I'm used to not so many, decadent items on a pizza, but the experience I'm grateful for, and I think Zuu thoroughly enjoyed it, so.
Why was it so expensive? What was it on it?
Oh.
There's some gold leaf, caviar, bit of foie gras, black squid ink.
But do we want that on a pizza? That would be my question.
It's a good question, I'll be honest. Question I asked myself as I was eating it.
Right.
You like it?
It's the world's most expensive pizza for a reason, yeah? It's there for the vibes. It's,
Yeah.
it's not something you're going to eat all the
No,
time.
no.
You can also get a regular slice from the same shop. But I quite enjoyed it. AJ didn't like it, and that's why we're here.
So there was a £900 steak. Now, obviously,
Yeah.
that is tons of money.
Yeah.
But could you... I mean, it must have been delicious,
Yes.
right?
Did it taste like £900?
Yeah, so we had some hanwoo beef in Korea, hanwoo.
Right.
Which is not to be confused with wagyu. Bit of hanwoo, there is the wonderful lady cooking it for me. I had a great time. Hanwoo is amazing. Look, she gave me a spud as well. You guys cut out the spud. That's a very important moment. Hanwoo is amazing. And, you know, sometimes indulging in these very expensive flavours is very far-fetched.
It's a treat,
Yeah.
it's a treat. You're not going to do it all the time, but, you know,
No.
you've been working hard, you got to get a little treat, yeah, why not?
Who out of the two of you has the most expensive taste?
AJ Tracy.
I knew he was going to instantly say that. It's actually not true. I promise you it's not true. I'm partial to all sorts of normal things. My mum makes shepherd's pie at home, you get me?
Don't try to bring it down to earth.
Zuu on the other hand...
Shepherd's pie.
Zuu on the other hand will call me and say, yo, what, Novikov tonight?
I did not do that, no.
Oh, so,
OK,
yeah.
who's the most competitive? Because I know you've got challenges in the show as well.
Oh, Zuu, definitely.
No,
definitely,
we're
definitely.
both equally competitive. For some reason, AJ always wins.
That's not true either.
And I think the producers really like him.
Favouritism.
Yeah, so AJ kept winning every competition. I didn't win one. I won. Did I win one?
You know what it is? You know when you're extra loud all the time, people just don't want you to win. So, I mean...
That's a great answer. Someone at home
sorry.
just said, you know what? He's right.
See, we just want to watch for this.
Yeah, exactly.
It's brilliant. And, you know, when you came away after you filmed this and you'd eaten all this amazing food, very expensive, and met all these people, very high-end, you know, what was your take on all of that? Did you feel differently about really expensive food? Like, what was the takeaway?
To be honest, I feel like because me and Zuu are from a very humble beginnings and we're quite grounded, to be honest. We just met people with an open mind. A lot of the foods, we had tried some of them before. I quite enjoyed the experience, but also a lot of the people who are, you know, I'd say elite, part of the elite, they were cool, man. Once you get to know them, you speak to them on a normal level, that they're cool. They're not... I didn't have any, you know, preconceptions of what they'd be like.
But it definitely confirms that I think the best food in the world comes from, like, normal working class people.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Cooked from the heart.
100%.
Yeah, like auntie on a
100%.
random back road.
It's true, though. It's true. It's actually true. It's true.
I want to bring Rose in here because, you know, they went to the Scottish Highlands and you're
Yes.
from there. And you ate haggis.
The world's most expensive haggis.
3,000...
Yeah, £3,000 for a serving.
Would you try that, Rose?
Yeah.
£3,000 haggis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd have to.
It was
I'd
good.
have to
It
try
was in
that.
Scone Palace, was in the Scone.
OK.
And we had the Ode to Haggis, you know, from Robert Bruce.
Yes,
Very
yes.
Suffolk, like a
okay.
very Scottish
That's
right
like
now.
a ritual. That's something
Yeah,
that
yeah,
you
yeah.
really got to do.
I love
He was
haggis.
playing bagpipes.
It's a whole experience. It's a whole experience.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
But it's just a bit of like sheep lung and belly.
But it tastes good.
It tastes good.
It tastes good.
Is there theatre, though, around it?
It is, exactly.
£3,000 though.
It's more like a haggis experience.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
But haggis £3,000 though.
Yeah, it's a lot.
For the haggito.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
It's a lot.
I can't really justify that one. I don't have anything to defend that one, I'll be honest.
No disrespect to the people that make it, you know, may they long live, long may they continue.
But I'm sure homemade haggis, you know, the traditional way at a family home is probably as good, if not better. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah.
We see in the first episode fans coming up to you in Seoul asking for your autograph. Does it feel weird that you've got fans? People love your music.
Definitely weird. Definitely crazy. Definitely surreal. Definitely surreal.
Yeah.
But it's a nice feeling, of course. And,
you just say yeah.
And as long as like I'm winning against Zuu, then I'm happy. So
it's quite annoying, you know. Yeah, look, in this picture, they're so excited to be with AJ. Half of them don't want me to be, and this is at like a car convention meetup. And at the time, I drove a Tiguan, which is a very humble dad car.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with a Tiguan.
But they didn't respect me at all. But whereas AJ, they respect AJ's car. We're not going to say what car he has on TV.
all of those people would be really excited you've got a new album out. Both of you on it, though. Was it nice to do that together?
Oh, so nice, so nice. As you said at the beginning, we're cousins. I'm just enjoying every moment with my family.
Stop it, man. Don't be crying now.
No, genuine though. It's really nice, honestly. It's nice. It's nice.
Working with AJ in the studio, he's one of the best writers in the UK. You know, for him to make a song, it's quick and amazing. And I feel like seeing him get back on it's been a while since the last album.
But now you're back on it. And you know what? It's great to see you do this new show, your music. Listen, AJ's third album, Don't Die Before You're Dead, is out on the 13th of June. And you can catch Big Zuu and AJ Tracy's Rich Flavours on Sky Max. And now from next Tuesday, the 20th of May.
Cheers!
Yeah, that's what we've got time for tonight. A big thank you to our guests who've been amazing. And of course to Matt for Watchdog.
I'll be back tomorrow with Roman and we'll be joined by Monty Don, Joe Wiley, Anne Reid and Caroline Quentin. Have a lovely evening. See you then. Bye.